Hi, and welcome back to Supplier Spotlight. Thanks for watching the show. And if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, thanks for tuning in, but be sure you stop by the Amusement Expo website where you can see more videos as well as participate in our Ask an Expert webcast. With summer clearly behind us, we thought we'd take an opportunity to talk to one of our favorite and our hottest, or should I say coolest, attraction vendors out there, and that of course is Water Wars. On the phone with us today is Tommy Woog from Water Wars, who's going to tell us a little bit about what happened with those folks this summer, including an update to a 15-year installation they've had with Busch Gardens in Williamsburgh, where they brought in an 8-station Water Wars depth charger. So very, very cool part of the show. Secondly, following up on that with the upcoming IAAPA show, of course, Water Wars will be there, and they're introducing their new Mini Portable, a great line of smaller attractions for either the rental company or some facility that wants to just bring out an attraction during the hot part of the summer and offer their guests a means to have some fun and cool down. So without further ado, let's join Tommy on the phone. Tommy Woog with Water Wars.
Hi, Tommy. Thanks for being a part of the show this afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Derek?
Very good, thanks. So you guys have been doing a lot of good work this summer. I understand you've got some new projects that were done, and of course you'll be at IAAPA again here in the next couple of months, and I understand there's new product to come out for the show. Why don't you start by telling us a little bit about what happened for you this summer?
Well, we have a relatively new feature called Depth Charge, which is an explosion device that you can add on to any existing Water Wars attraction. And one of our longtime customers, a relatively large theme park called Busch Gardens out in Williamsburgh, Virginia, has had an existing system for quite a number of years. I would say they probably had Water Wars for close to 15 years. And they've seen Depth Charge over the last few years and have thought it would be an interesting addition. But we've really never done one in what we call our mega model, which is 8 stations all in a circle, which would require 4 different depth charge systems, 2 depth charge systems per set of battle stations. So we did that this summer. They wanted to try to add that in and see if they could help increase their revenue and play over on the existing system. And it's always nice to try something new like that. And it took a little bit of infrastructure time, but we were able to do that in a very short order. It took us about 3 weeks from the time they said go to the project to the time we had it installed, so we had to move very quickly to meet the opening dates of their season.
Yeah.
And I think you can see that in the first photo there.
Yeah, there's it's outdoors here, obviously, and you've got the 8 different stations, and it looks very cool. I've never seen it that large before.
Yeah, there's that's not as common as our standard systems, which are usually just a pair of stations or maybe a double set of pairs on either end. But this one has 8 in the round, and they've got a very unique system there. They're very environmentally conscious as far as their flooring. They do some recapturing of the used water into a center drain, and do some neat things like that. Plus, the park is so beautifully kept that they wanted to make sure that the colors would match well and fit in with that area that they've got the stations in. And then just being able to, me being on site with them for a couple days to walk them through the operations on best management practices as far as how to use the system itself. So it was really kind of fun, actually, to go there and be part of the installation as well. We put it in the first part of, actually the very end of May, and they were very pleased to have seen some nice revenue increases in play throughout the season by adding the depth charge feature. And it really, the neat part is that, people just really, the experience of the game changes so much from being just the water balloon game, which of course is fun in itself, but being able to hit the target on the top of your opponent and then make water explode out of the tank onto them.
Yeah.
The second photo really, it just raises the bar for the level of fun for the game. The second image, I think you're seeing, what it looks like when the tank explodes, and that's just, to give you an idea of what happens when you do hit the target on the top with your water balloon. You hear a sound go off like the sound of a bomb dropping from an airplane, and at the impact point is when the explosion happens and the water explodes up out of the tank. And can get the person that you're playing against a lot more wet. And so that's really the idea, especially on the days when it's 90 to 100 degrees outside. It really is a great cool-off capacity.
Right on. So that's Busch Gardens in Williamsburgh. And what else is happening for you guys?
Well, we'll be exhibiting at IAAPA again. This is actually kind of an anniversary year for us. I think it's our 20th year exhibiting at the show. And on the other side of the coin, the depth charge system and our typical Water Wars games are typically stationary models to be found in theme parks, amusement parks, water parks, things like that. But we also make mobile units, portable games, 4 different versions of portable Water Wars, and we're introducing a new model at the show this year called the Mini.
And that's something then that any sort of a rental operator would be interested in purchasing?
Right. The Mini unit is designed to be set up very quickly with no parts, no pins, bolts, things like that. It's something that we're wanting to find something that was a little bit lighter, a little bit easier to set up, especially for those rental companies who utilize a lot of portable things that they need to be able to pack up quickly, take up very little space, and set up very easily without having to have a lot of staff do that. It's something that this particular model itself will set up in less than 10 minutes by one person. So it's very maneuverable, easy to do. The part that seems to take the longest is just hooking up the water hose to your filling station.
Yeah, right. So this one here that we're looking at, we're outside. There's a lot of activity obviously going on with this. It has the same sort of appeal. People are guarded a little bit, but still get good and wet, it looks like.
Yeah, the idea is still the same Water Wars concept, where you've got the 2 what we call battle stations. It's the structure on either end where you have your catapult and you put your balloon inside the launcher and you pull it down and launch it over, and depending on where the balloon breaks on your opponent's battle station depends on how much water comes through to get the person wet. So if you can see in the picture, there's some holes and slots in different areas where you could tell if you hit the balloon there, more water would come through to get your opponent wet, and that's that's what makes it fun and challenging. So that's the idea of the system, but it's so compact and so easy to set up that we really think it's going to be a hit with those mobile operators.
Yeah, well, I hope so. And as always, Tommy, very nice to have a chance to get caught up with you guys. Do you know what booth number you're going to be in at IAP at this point?
Yes, we'll be in booth number 4806.
4806.
Main floor entrance on the right side, just as you come down the main aisle. It's on the left side. It's close to the doors, easy to find, and we'll be excited to have some folks come by and take a look, because also during the show, as always, we play the Water Wars game inside in the big glass enclosure so that people can actually try it.
Yeah. The Water Wars booth always has lots of folks around it. It's hard to miss all that activity and kids screaming and having fun there. So congratulations on the 20 years. I didn't realize that. Good for you guys.
Thank you very much. We're excited about the show, and thanks for taking the time to spend with me to be able to go through some of these new things that we're doing.
You betcha, and we'll see you in Orlando, Tommy. Thanks again for your time.
Yep, thanks, Derek. Take care.
Bye.
Yep, bye-bye.
All right, so there you have it. Water Wars, new mini portable along with the depth charger. Always something fun and exciting for your guests to participate in, especially during the summer months, but not exclusive to that. So for more information, make sure you stop by the Water Wars website, see what they have to offer. And if you're coming to IAPA, be sure to stop by their booth and play a game for yourself. That does it for this episode of Supplier Spotlight. Thanks for being a part of the show and for watching. And if you would like to be featured on the show, give me a call. Thank you.